What's good, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, here to give you guys some of the best trolling content YouTube has to offer. We're back at it again, giving you guys a double header. You guys see the title of this one. We gotta talk about a lot of things because as the hours turn by, more information comes out, and we gotta start breaking it down because now there's talking about conspiracies, there's talking about a murder investigation. People are searching for answers, and fortunately not too many answers are being applied. Some documents, police reports with people's names out there, with people's addresses. So even some questions, some controversies of the past about Kevin Samuels will be getting answered today as well. You guys remember the nigga on the pallet? You guys know the dude who was found sleep in the bed. Well, since we have Kevin Samuels' address, we could throw that up in Google. I threw it up in Google, and guess what I found? Well, I found a Zillow ad review for said apartment, so we'll be able to take a virtual tour. We'll be able to take a virtual tour through Kevin Samuels' apartment. But you guys see the title of this stream. Title of this stream is Dennis Sperling, the next heir to the throne of the Black Manosphere after Kevin Samuels' death. Let's see who we got in the chat. Your favorite persuasion was the first person without a mod to type in the chat, but that was before the stream. So that means Favorite and Grace, who says hi GMT, they win the moderators of the day. I apologize for not doing my moderators of the day for previous streams. I'm going to get back into it. I was just so excited about all the news that came out. But today we're going to talk about something because there was a lot of maneuvering throughout the years. People trying to get close to Kevin Samuels. They seen Kevin Samuels blow up. They see him make an exorbitant amount of money. So a lot of content creators within the manosphere we're getting close to Kevin Samuels, thinking he'll be able to open up doors for them and take them to new heights that they couldn't quite reach on their own. Little did they know Kevin Samuels would pass away, so it looked like that meal ticket riding the wave of Kevin Samuels was going away, but looks as though somebody within the space is getting close to the Kevin Samuels estate. Now, I don't know what is exactly in the Kevin Samuels estate. As far as the documentation that I've seen, Kevin Samuels doesn't own any property, any major companies outside of his own LLC for his image consulting company. But we do know that due to the generous donations of the people who watch streams just like this, due to those generous donations, Kevin Samuels over the past couple of years has amassed over $4 million. And when we talking millions of dollars, and we talking about you broke Negroes, I know y'all Negroes is broke, but y'all help Kevin Samuels make $4 million. At least help the Grandmaster Troll make $400 tonight by supporting the show. $sign the Grandmaster Troll, or hitting the super chat button. I will read your comments. We had Maurice Delp send a $5 super chat, says the most dangerous troll on YouTube. But Kevin Samuels' estate is worth somewhere around $4 million, and a content creator within the space is going to be representing Kevin Samuels' estate. And as He's representing Kevin Samuels' estate. He is threatening to sue hundreds of content creators within the YouTube, as well as public, I guess these blogs or public news publications who have been doing stories. This person's even threatening to sue them for defamation. Earlier today, I did a stream because there was a lot of speculation of Kevin Samuels, his last moments, who he was with, how did he die, what happened, what went wrong. We just seen him on the live stream. He appeared to be in great health. How did he come to his demise? How did his life get cut short? There's people, conspiracies. They seen him up there with Nicki Minaj. They seen him up there with Future, and people are starting to ask the questions. Was your boy Kevin Samuels offered up as a sacrifice? Y'all know how these conspiracy people get. They believe that in order to become famous, you gotta sacrifice something. If you're not willing to sacrifice, well, you become sacrificed for the so-called boule people, the boule class. So there's a lot of speculation on that. But we gotta talk about what Dennis Sperling said, because Dennis Sperling, see if I can get my chat to act right. We got Maurice Delk. He says he don't believe the Negro is dead. I mean, nobody has seen a dead body. There's no pictures. I mean, we just don't know. We just gotta go by the reports. But let's see what your boy Dennis Sperling had to say in regards to a couple of things. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, I didn't set my window, so I may go black for a couple of seconds. Let's see if we can pull it up. Okay, so why is Dennis Sperling the next heir? Well, let's see. As we go through the community post right here, it says right here, I have been asked to act as a family spokesperson on behalf of Kevin Samuels' mother. If any media outlets have any questions for his mother, have them call my law office at 713-229-0770. When I saw this post right here, I was kind of taken aback because I had a couple of questions, because a lot of these people who are doing these this so-called tribute videos where they're professing their love and their admiration, their condolences, and they're paying their respect for Kevin Samuels, a lot of these people who are crying tears and screaming and yelling at people who are enjoying the death of Kevin Samuels, all these people who say they're down with Kevin Samuels and they would give their life for Kevin Samuels, none of these people have even met Kevin Samuels. And then when some of these people do some of these tributes, the videos, they seem a little bit off, they seem a little bit weird, because there's like a emotional disconnect within the videos that they're doing. So I'm gonna play a video shortly here, but there's a lot of weird and odd stuff involved around this Kevin Samuels death. And as you can see, the quote right here, I'm gonna pull it up again because this was the part that took me back. A family spokesperson on behalf of Kevin, he was asked to act as a family spokesperson. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think any of these Negroes on YouTube, I don't believe they knew Kevin Samuels' mother, daughter, or anybody within the Kevin Samuels family. I mean, the only people that may know Kevin Samuels, mother, daughter, or ex-wife, are those who were doing exposés on said people and was trying to contact them to get information to use on YouTube videos to get clout with. I mean, we all saw it when the child support papers came out on Kevin Samuels, how he was only making $900 a month, and people reached out to one of Kevin Samuels' ex-wife to get the goods on their relationship. But all of a sudden now, in Kevin Samuels' death, those same people reached out to a nondescript YouTuber by the name of Dennis Sperling to represent the Kevin Samuels estate. So since Dennis Sperling is representing the $4 million Kevin Samuels estate, or I'm going to say that term a lot, as we slide up right here, or should I say slide down right here, here's a threat that Kevin Samuels, now remember, he's acting as a spokesperson, wants people to call his law office for any questions. He says, this is not the woman who called 911 when Kevin Samuels was having a heart attack. He says these news outlets and YouTubers are going to start catching defamation cases. Y'all need to cut it out before you get sued. Time out. Time out. You mean you are going to sue every Negro who's making the claim or bringing up the question or just simply asking when to get information, because we saw the police report with the name on it. People took that name, they put it into Google, they put it into Instagram, they put it into Facebook. And the name that was on the police report, it's a pretty unique name. There's not going to be too many people on this planet with that name. So when people put that name in and start to do a little homework and ask questions, you mean you're going to sue everybody, Dennis Sperling? Are you sure you want to sue everybody, Dennis Sperling? Knowing the stuff that you said on YouTube, Dennis Sperling, how you wanted to line up and shoot and gun down and delete all the Pookies and Ray Rays, all the rhetoric that you said about BWs. Are you sure you want to represent the Kevin Samuels estate and start suing a bunch of people for defamation, knowing that they could countersue you for hate speech and use your videos and also use Kevin Samuels' videos in a possible defamation suit? Is that the road you want to walk down, Dennis Sperling? Because if I know anything about Black YouTube, Black Twitter, or Black media, these Negroes do not care about getting sued. I mean, we all saw Tasha K get hit up for $4 million. And she still didn't want to take down them Cardi B videos. And believe me, a lot of Negroes ain't got a big enough platform as Tasha K, and they ain't made nearly the money as Tasha K. Meaning, they ain't got shit shit to lose. I mean, I tell you right now, Dennis Sperling, these Negroes, they don't own no houses, they don't own no cars, they don't own no crypto, they don't own no stocks, they don't own no property, they don't own artwork. They barely own the clothes on their back, and the bed that they sleep on is possibly from a renter furniture spot. So these Negroes ain't got nothing to lose, but they would love to go to the courtroom and ride that Kevin Samuels algorithm long after his death, talking about they getting sued by the Kevin Samuels estate and Dennis Sperling. I mean, Negroes love getting that clout, and I really don't think this is a path you want to walk down, Dennis Sperling. I don't think this is a battle you're going to win, because there's just simply too many Negroes you got to file, and you be doing paperwork for the rest of your life on these Negroes, and these Negroes don't care. But you want to sue them, be my guest. So he says that said individual right here, you know, the lady of the night, isn't this person. There was somebody who came on my stream and said it was somebody else on Facebook. So I did my homework. I pulled up the police report. Let's pull up the police report right here. Police report says has a name. It's got an address to where Kevin Samuels lives. Oh, I already put that into Google. We are going to go ahead and take a gander at that too. We're definitely going to take a gander at that too. But it says right here, the race of the female who happened to call 911 is of Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. And there was a gentleman by the name of Will, came on, was very respectful. He shared the Facebook to said individual. Let's see if I could pull that up right here. Where is that? Where is that real quick? Do I have that? Do I have that up here? Do I have that up here? Do I have that up here? Do I have that? No, I don't. Let me go ahead and find said video real quick. Let me go ahead and find said video real quick. I just knew I had it up here. We'll pull it up again. Should be in the library. Oh, there it go right there. So everybody wants to roll with. Let me see if I can pull up this window real quick. Everybody wants to say that this is the woman. They're saying this is the woman that Kevin Samuels was with when he fell on top of her after complaining of chest pains. No, name here also matches the police report right here. No, it better fits the so-called women that Kevin Samuels is into, because when we seen Kevin Samuels have his one-on-one streams where he's not interviewing a celebrity, we know Kevin Samuels has a thing for Asian women. He had an Asian ex-wife. There was another couple of other Asian women who he said were friends of his, who he brought on his platform and interviewed and tried to, school BWs how, be in a relationship with a black man, and he used this Asian woman to do it because the so-called Maylings are more submissive than the big booty Brendas or Keishas. Well, this person right here, who's of Asian descent, it looks like Filipino, would fit the bill. So I can't confirm or deny, but it's a possibility, a strong possibility, that this was the woman who called 911. Now, she has since deleted her Facebook account, but the gentleman who came onto my platform right here, he showed me the Facebook, and he was able, since he looked at it and since he didn't click off of it before it closed, which I also find very interesting. Another reason why I think it's a conspiracy theory, because why would a Negro go on his computer or laptop, go onto somebody's Facebook and not click off? And when he does click off from another tab or another device, the Facebook account is unavailable, but he has it saved on his laptop. I mean, the possibility of, because I do the whole doxing and exposés for a living, and if you don't record something on site, you will lose it. But he was able to keep it open within his window. I just find it very interesting that he didn't close out of that window, but it is what it is. So we go back to the police report, because we got to break down this police report real quick before I get back to it. Let's see if I can find that address real quick. Here we go, because now we are going to get some answers to some long-standing questions. We are going to get some answers to some long-standing questions. That's one thing I love about doxing Negroes, because what's done in the dark is always brought to the light. We got an address right here where this so-called incident happened. You know, the residence of Kevin Samuels. So we'll be able to see how Mr. High Value himself was living out there in Atlanta, Georgia. Queen of the South says he had an Asian ex-wife. He did. We weren't able to quite find the Asian ex-wife as of yet. He said he had one. I'm going to go ahead and go with it. But there's an address right here. 297 East Pacey's Ferry Road, 1605 300 Atlanta, Georgia. Gives an address right here. So I threw this address, put it into Google, and what do we have here? Oh, we got the jackpot. We got it on Zillow. So I clicked the Zillow ad for it. And what do we have here? Oh, we mean we could walk all up inside of Kevin Samuels' apartment to see where he lived. We can take said apartment, see, you know, the furniture, the walls, the lamps, the lighting, maybe even the bed sheets, and we can compare it to the glitch as Kevin Samuels. You guys know the Negro in the palette. You mean we could actually look at that and break it down to see if the inside of his apartment is an exact match? So let's go ahead and take a gander and see how your boy Kevin Samuels was living. So we gonna go ahead, we gonna start in the kitchen, you know, real nice apartment it looks like. Got tables and stuff. Got a kitchen, okay, we got a room. Not bad, not bad. With dining room, kitchen, okay. Okay, living room. Another shot of the living room. What's that? I Guess that would still be the den living room area. Got the bathrooms. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Bedroom. Okay. So now we can actually see in the bedroom, see the bed frame. We could take this right here and we could compare it to the Negro in the pallet. Now, from what I remember, I don't think it was a match. I don't think it was the same bed. I don't think it was the same bed. It looks a little bit different, but it's been so long. We definitely gonna have a look at it. There's another camera in the bedroom right here. What's this right here? Looks like we got a couch or a bed right here. Hold on. That kind of looked like a pallet. That could be a pallet right there. Okay. The better look at it, a couch. Okay. Got some mirrors behind the couch. Okay. So we just getting real familiar with the insides of Kevin Samuels' apartment. Here's the outside. Oh, your boy Kevin Samuels. Oh, your boy Kevin Samuels was blessed. Yeah, he moved to Oklahoma off the dime of the people because the people supported this man. The Black Manosphere supported this man and sponsored this man to get this apartment out here in Atlanta, Georgia, where he was out there twerking. He was out there in the freshest of suits. He went from shopping off the rack to wearing Gucci. That's how blessed this brother Kevin Samuels was right here. He was in there playing pool. They got a little library. Okay, a little living room area. Okay. Not bad. Oh, look at this right here. Look at this right here. A screening room. Oh, your boy was living the high life up there in Atlanta, Georgia. Got a little fitness club, state of the art, strength and cardio equipment. Oh, he was living fat off the ancestors. He had the apartment with the view. Not bad. An on-site Kanye. Okay, not bad. Even was eating at the Gypsy Kitchen on site. Okay, your boy was living the good life. Even get a little floor plan of said apartment. So now that we have familiarized ourselves with Kevin Samuels' apartment, now we gotta find the video. I'm looking for it right now. Of the man in the bed. We gotta look at the man in the bed. We just gotta take a look and we gotta examine the man in the bed. We just gotta look at it. Since we know what the apartment looks like.
Are you ready to?
Now we just gotta examine it. So I'm just gonna put Kevin Samuels, man in the bed. Waiting for the ads to get through. Let's see if this person shows it right here. Okay, here we go. Now we get the look at the Negro in the palette. And we get to see what do we see here. Does this look like the inside of your boy's apartment? Kind of hard to tell because there's no real depth to the picture. We do have a sliding door closet, a glass closet it looks like. But we just really get to examine, to really break down this and see if this dude in this bed was possibly in Kevin Samuels' apartment. Aries says GMT troll. No, I'm just We got somebody says this isn't his apartment though. That's the problem. Even when the paperwork Even when the paperwork says that this is where your boy was living, the person who called 911 says, I was asked to spend the night at Kevin Samuel's apartment. Now the apartment isn't his apartment no more. So I'm going to need, see who this individual right here. I'm going to need the Brown Hillary Banks to tell me whose apartment it is. See, that's the problem I have. That's the problem I have with these Negroes. You read the police report, you see the address, you read the statements from the individuals involved, and they tell you, I was spending the night at his apartment. He was complaining of chest pains. He fell on top of me. I called 911. You take their statements, you get the report, you read the address. Okay, this is the address of where the incident happened. You get the apartment, the address, even with the apartment number. You then Google said address with the apartment number. They show pictures of you of that apartment. And we got people like Brown Banks in the chat. They will tell you that's not Kevin Samuel's apartment though. And then when you ask them, okay, that's not Kevin Samuel's apartment, can you tell me what is Kevin Samuel's apartment? And then they can't tell you what's Kevin Samuel's apartment. It's kind of like Dennis Sperling. The police report says this is the person's name. People put that name in the Instagram. They find an OnlyFans model who goes by another name of the Afghan Shawty. Dennis Sperling will do a whole community post, will say that this plus size OnlyFans model didn't call 911, but they never tell you the person who did call 911. And then when people start asking questions and doing that, then they threaten to sue you for defamation. Because it seems like to the Grandmaster Troll, they're hiding something. All I'm doing is going off the information on police reports. We got Simply a Diva says, all I know is whoever lands an interview with the 911 caller is like, oh, believe me, people are looking. Since we do have possible names, you know, I have yet to go to BeenVerified.com. We know which state this individual was born in, and we know which individual this state was raised in. How do we know? Well, let me go ahead and pull up the video for you guys real quick, and I can break it down to you how we know. This is courtesy of Ice Cream Vlogs. For those of you who don't know who Ice Cream Vlogs is, he's another content creator who exposes other people for lying. You know, you got people saying in certain car communities, you know, they own mansions, they own Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Ice Cream Vlogs will pull up the paperwork of said property and show the people that that property that somebody said owned is actually being rented, and here's the rental agreement. Here's the person saying that this person owns said Ferrari and or Lamborghini. He will pull up the lease agreement for said car of the person, exposing the person that they don't own what they really own. Basically, what I'm telling you, Ice Cream Vlogs is a credible content creator.
This is your first time watching the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel right now. Also, make sure you guys like the video. It only takes a quick second to do that. So we were able to find the Facebook profile associated to the female that allegedly spent the night with Mr. Kevin Samuels. So there was a lot of interesting pictures on her profile, a lot of different posts that I thought were kind of interesting. But this profile is no longer active. In fact, I think all her social media profiles were taken down right after like 12 p.m. on Friday. So if you were checking out her profile before 12 p.m., you were probably able to access these pictures already. But it seems like right after like 12 o'clock, all her social media accounts were taken down. And if you even try to search for her RN license, because she is a registered nurse, you're probably not going to find any information. Now, this post I thought was kind of interesting. She posted this on June 27, 2020. When you forget to study about the patient's meds, patient, what is that medication for? I don't know. It's supposed to be a joke, but what is the irony of what's going on right now? Yeah, so all her social media accounts were taken down. It appears that she was born in Michigan, and she was raised in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. Born in Michigan, raised in Kansas. The date of birth definitely matches.
Oh, you mean you were born in Michigan and raised in Kansas? That's all the Grandmaster Troll need. I got a full name, I got a state. Believe me, when the stream is over, we're going to go to benverified.com, because I know y'all Negroes, y'all don't scrub you guys don't scrub the internet of your personal information. So when I look up said individual, I'm going to find your current address. I'm going to find your phone number. I'm going to go ahead and leak that on the Black YouTube, and the crew, the dark web, they're going to see who's where, who's at, and they're going to go run up, and they're going to come to your house, they're going to come to your door, they're going to come to your place of work, place where you do business. They're going to have questions for you. They're going to be armed with a camera, and everybody's looking to get clout off this situation. And that's just what we going to do, because somebody just put in the chat of an Instagram account right here of said individual. Let's see if I could pull this up real quick. Let me see if I could pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to pull this up real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second real quick. Because I got the Instagram account pulled up on my backup computer. Up real quick. Okay, here we go. It looks like somebody right here is they already putting her up under some pressure. We got an Instagram account right here. Registered nurse, 32, no kids, Atlanta. Now, I don't know about you, but how does a fake profile already have 18,200 followers and is already following 2,274? Oh, I know what y'all gonna tell me. It's somebody else who already had a profile, who already had 18,200 followers, and they just switched the name to troll somebody. I know what y'all Negroes gonna say. There's always a way that y'all Negroes could use a little bit of plausible deniability right here. Already using plausible deniability right here. Let's see. Let's see, who are you following? Okay. Now this just may very well be a troll account. I mean, I'm looking at the names in here. You mean the person who's supposed to be this person is following a dude who has a name called These Nuts. You see this right here? You see these nuts right here? You see that right there? You see, you Negroes cannot troll the Grandmaster Troll because I do this for a living. The Grandmaster Troll does this for a living. So when you try to put in my chat room that this Instagram account is supposed to be this Pacific Islander woman, and you want me to believe it, and I click on said profile, and said Islander woman is following another YouTube troll who's famous in the Manosphere, who goes by the name of These Nuts. You expect a Negro like me to believe? You see who? Now we gotta scroll back up. Now we gotta scroll back up and see who put that Instagram account in there. Who put that Instagram? Look at that right there. Simply a Diva. Now, Simply a Diva, you got some explaining to do, because within a minute, within 30 seconds, your Instagram account, who you claim to be the woman who called 911, got shut down that fast. So now I need you to Negro explain how the Instagram account was a fake. I want you to explain how you got set up, how somebody lied to you, how you didn't know. I just need you to explain to me how your troll account didn't come through. We gonna go ahead and look. We got B Money says, GMT, you an asset to keep these niggers in check. Look at your boy Simply a Div. He says, I did. I found it. He just found it on another page. He says, laugh out loud. I'm not a troll. I'm just following YouTube. You gotta explain to me how a fake troll account with 8,200 followers is following a YouTube creator by the name of These Nuts. But better yet, let's go back and look at it. Because this Negro, Simply a Diva, loves to play games. Let's see what kind of followers he got. Go through some of these followers real quick. See how many people in the Manosphere is following said person right here. How many people on Black YouTube is following a Pacific Islander registered nurse? Let's see who we got. Look at that right there. No Jumper 99. You see? No Jumper 99. Look at that right there. Star Scream right there. You see? I mean, these Negroes, they can't even pass the background check right here. They can't even pass the background check right here. You see, we keep tabs on you Negroes. And I know some of you Negroes who's looking at it, you probably recognize some of the names that I don't even recognize. Victor, Big Vic right there. There has to be Vic Creed right there. He's a subscriber to my channel right here. Who else we got up in here? Look at that right there. DeAndre Walker right there. I recognize that name right there. J.L. Brown. Who else we got up in here? almost don't want to waste my time looking at this fake Instagram account that they try to doctor up into something. Act like Negroes don't do our homework, but we gonna go ahead. We gonna move on to the next topic. Because there's another reason why I'm calling this a conspiracy theory. And the reason I'm calling this a conspiracy theory because we gotta look at this video that O'Shea did. He finally dropped a couple of videos. You know, his homeboy died. I got my notifications pulled down. And it says, O'Shea Duke Jackson uploaded. At Kevin Samuels is the black man's version of Michael Jordan. You see, I'm looking at the landscape of black YouTube. I'm looking at the landscape of the community, and people are putting Kevin Samuels up there with Malcolm X, you know, Martin Luther King, you know, Louis Farrakhan, you know, Huey P. Newton, you know, Obama, you know, Michael Jordan, you know, and I'm looking back at the community, and I forgot how devoid of leadership the community is of black men, where a social media influencer was the leader of the community of this decade. That's right. When we look back through this decade, 2020s, we gotta come to terms with that Kevin Samuels was the leader of the community. You know, he inspired so many BMs, you know. He made people look themselves in the mirror to become the best versions of themselves. And I was just looking back and I said, damn, has the bar been lowered so low that all you gotta do is put on a suit and tie, get on YouTube, catch lightning in the bottle, have a couple of viral clips, yell about being high value, and you are the greatest black man of your time. I mean, that's how low the bar is when you had to be the man of your time. The Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, the Huey P. Newtons. You was getting shot at by the police. You had to worry about getting hung by the KKK. If it was the 90s and you was Michael Jordan, you had to win MVP a couple of times. You had to do a three-peat not only once but twice, just to be the greatest athlete there ever was. But we fast forward to 2020 and the bar, like I've been telling you guys throughout the months, the bar is set so low that to be the man of your time, 2020, to be the top Negro, all you had to do was create a YouTube channel, scream and talk about how to be high value and show your work, have a couple of viral clips, and people will start putting you in the class of Martin Luther King and Michael Jordan. You don't believe me? Let's take a gander at this video right here.
PM, Polish time. Y'all, I'm in the bed. getting ready to look at OnlyFans. The Wi-Fi is connected and my phone is charged. And the phone rings. It's my partner, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Now he don't really call that much, but I figure, I could just tell him I'll call him back later because these twerk videos are so important and I really, really need them right now. So I pick up the phone. Hello? And he's like, yo, what's up, man? And I was like, well, look, man, let me call you right back. He's like, oh, before you go, have you heard that Kevin Samuels is dead? So once I heard that, I thought it was a joke. So I'm like, have you called him? And he was like, I've been trying to call him, but
See, I gotta go ahead. I gotta go ahead and I gotta stop the show because from what's being told upon me and watching all these Negroes scream, cry, and bleed on YouTube about how the Godfather, how the father that they never had passed away. I'm watching this video. I appreciate the editing. I appreciate the production. It's top level for YouTubers, for people who don't necessarily have a background in film production. Top quality. But when somebody so important as Kevin Samuels has passed away, and you're going to do a so-called tribute video, I just thought that the humor in this with the OnlyFans and everything in between, I just found it a little bit weird because it communicates to me that they really didn't take the death of Kevin Samuels seriously, and I know that these brothers take the death of Kevin Samuels seriously, but I'll go ahead and keep playing the video.
he won't answer. So, I said, when last time you talked to him, because I talked to him last night. I hung up, I called. No answer. I called again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
No answer. Then I started typing and all type of stuff. I started going to different blogs. I went to Twitter. I saw Black Twitter going crazy. Then everybody started calling me. Everybody started calling me. George Macon, Courtney called, Obsidian called, everybody called. And I called SPK. I told him what was going on, and we didn't want to believe what happened. But unfortunately, it did happen. Our brother Kevin Samuels, he's gone. But I didn't make this video to be negative. I want to talk about the good shit. Rewind! It's 2017, y'all, and I was struggle streaming on Google Hangouts. That's before the StreamYard stuff. So this skinny nigga comes into my chat room and he says, Kevin Image Lifestyle Consultant. It wasn't Kevin Samuels at the time. He donates $5. So stop the show. I'm like, damn. Kevin Samuels Image Consultant. I'm like, that's what the Black Manosphere needs. I'm a dusty nigga, as you can see in this picture, so it will be good to collaborate with him. And that's what I did. As you're seeing.
If you're a content creator, forget what you know about stock footage and start using
Goddamn ads.
That's our first interview. And man, it's crazy to see how he looked back then, right? Because if you look from then to, till recently, it's like the dude completely transformed. And he came in with big ideas and things that he wanted to do, and he liked what we were doing. He was really, really, really passionate about what we were doing, because we were just trying to bring black men together and give black men a voice. And this is something that he'd been looking for the whole time. But Kevin had something that we didn't have. He had big ideas and big execution and the ability to maneuver his way into bigger markets. Something we couldn't do. A lot of us were just too local. Obsidian was Peter, and me and Kevin Samuels was like Paul. But what did I learn from Kevin, man? I mean, we all are grieving, but he was funny. Whenever he would call me, I would always ask him where the hoes at. And he would like, they right here, nigga. You know, we would always have a good time. And we talked about what black men really needed, man. He was adamant about that. Like, even though he was making so much more money than me, he was so much more successful than me, he always reached back to the people that knew him. He always told us about what was to come. You know, he reached out to me. Sometimes he called SPK. He hooked up with mediocre tutorials and reviews, the lead attorney, Dennis Sperlin. What he wanted was for black men to take advantage of our own media, our own image, our own economy. And despite the people who have issues with him and think that he's a hater, he wanted us to be able to take care of our women. That's something that the guy doesn't get credit for. And I want to go ahead for all the detractors, and I know you're going to have people to say what you want to say. But listen, Kevin Samuels was trying to teach your son, trying to teach your husband to be a go-getter, to go out there and take it by the horns so that your community respects you, so that, you know, you wouldn't be out there dusty and stuff, always begging from the white man to do something when you can do it for yourself, and you can go and impact your community and make change, and that you can work with other black men to leverage your talents and see the talent in them to go forward. And of course, me personally having to go through this time and of grieving as a person that, you know, dealt with him over the internet, a person I was close to. We had our fallout outs, and I definitely had my share of curse outs with him. But I appreciate him for being the man that he was. No man that's perfect, but he always reached back. He always wanted to see black men develop. Not only just that, wanted to see black women develop. He was calling us all out to greater purpose. Like, I want to go back to the April meeting with him, Mediocre, and the lead attorney. They went to Teaching Men's Fashion. Shout out to Jose Zuniga and his brother. They were seeing what they were doing with their community, hiring their people, employing their people, taking care of their women. And one of the problems in the black community is that we don't hire each other. We don't take care of our community as men. We don't take care of our women and children like we should. And if we did, we wouldn't have so many complaints. And that was the message that Kevin Samuels did. He came into this thing, he had the right content strategy, he had the right approach, he put in the work every day, and he felt that everybody could do it. He felt that everybody could be connected. He felt that there was a lot of opportunities that we can do. And he opened the eyes of so many people. He opened my eyes, he opened the lead attorney's eyes, he opened Mediocre's eyes. We were getting short sold in the market by brands and other people like that. And we were not performing. We were underperforming as a group. It wasn't just black men he was talking to, or black women he's talking to. He talked to us. If you guys remember, the first 4 to 5 years of Kevin Samuels' career, he talked to black men only about what we should be doing. He was going from city to city, drinking Red Bulls and working a lot. He was supposed to come to London. I was supposed to be here to meet him in London. We were supposed to go to Paris together and film some stuff and produce some things like that, because our studio used to produce some stuff for him. SPK did some editing for Kevin and intros and stuff like that. You know, we really wanted to do this, and we still want to do this, but I want to say I thank you all for your support. I thank you all for the love you have shown them. I understand we're going to have some people out there that are saying negative things, and I'm going to talk about those people in the video, but I really want you to look at what he meant to you as a black man. Like, did he want you to be lazy and expecting that you were going to get a top-notch chick? Or did he want you to go out there and really put in the work and look at your own people? You talk about being pro-black, there's no more pro-black than Kevin. He would even stop white women on his panel or show from talking about black women. Like, Kevin is black empowerment. Kevin is holding a black community accountable. He made his mistakes like anybody else, but he showed you that you could do things in your own community. Most of us right now, I make my living, even though it's through YouTube, I service our own people. And that's what Kevin did. Kevin inspired black men. He got big off the black community for providing a service, instilling values. And you know what? I'll never forget it. He changed our lives. Most of us, we thought about this business too small. We thought about our communities too small. But Kevin proved that not only if you're a good leading man, black men will support you, so will black women also. And it really just taught me to just go out there and become successful. Stop complaining about what's going on in Black America. Stop complaining about the white man. If you become successful, everything will be all right. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Love you, bro. I wish I would have told you that the last time I talked to you, but you know I did, man. I loved you a lot, even though we never got a chance to meet in person. Peace.
So that was O'Shea's Duke Jackson take. So I guess I'll give my take on the life of Kevin Samuels, but I'll go ahead and react that video. HM says he told us he was 52 and he was really 56 going on 57. What else did he lie about? I mean, hey, just like O'Shea Duke Jackson said, Kevin Samuels wasn't perfect. He made some mistakes. So at least he could call out some of the, mishaps that Kevin Samuels had. You guys know I call him out, but it was a real nice video O'Shea did. He talked about how Kevin Samuels impacted his YouTube career, how much he meant to him, even though he never had the opportunity to meet him face to face. No, it was a good video. I'm pretty sure he's mourning the loss of his fallen brother. So with that said, I'm gonna send my condolences to my boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. But I gotta talk about Kevin Samuels. I just gotta talk about Kevin Samuels and what I thought of Kevin Samuels. So I was there on that live stream back in 2017 when O'Shea was struggle streaming. He brought on Kevin Samuels, and at that point, the Black Manosphere, it was about black male empowerment. The Black Manosphere then looks nothing what it's like today. Today it's about, getting that money. It's about hitting the Cash App. It's about driving the nicest of cars, going shopping, getting the jewelry, and more importantly, it's about commandeering the women, as opposed back then, it was about doing real work, trying to create black male media, trying to create jobs to quote-unquote service our own people, like O'Shea Duke Jackson said. So I saw that stream of Kevin Samuels, and just because it was O'Shea at that time and we were building up black media, whoever he brought on to his Brother Peel podcast, or whoever he did one-on-one interviews with, if they wasn't on that nigga shit, because there was a couple of content creators who was on that nigga shit, but they were actually about something that was positive for black men, I would subscribe to them. So I subscribed to a young Kevin Samuels back then, and when I subscribed to him and checked out his channel for the first time, I didn't watch his channel for the first couple of months because, his production level wasn't that good. He wasn't boring. He just wasn't able to connect with me. So then I guess BGS talked to him, and he gave him his stamp of approval, and the brothers began to give Kevin Samuels some pushback because Kevin Samuels was telling Negroes they need to stop buying Jordans, they need to stop wearing sneakers, they need to pull up their pants and take off the fitted and snapback sock. So as he grew as a content creator, improved his production quality, I began to watch him. I even became one of his Patreon members. I bought one of his consultants just to see what he was about. So I did the whole one-on-one thing with Kevin Samuels. And he breaks down point blank. He gives you a hard critique of things you need to get better at. He gave me a list of things I could get better at. So I just took those criticisms, tried to implement them into my life. Some of them worked, some of it didn't. I just basically sat back, watched Kevin Samuels grew. And then as he grew, as he was growing to something bigger, and the manosphere began to, pander to women and stop becoming about black male empowerment, it started to become about getting money and, and flashing on the next brother with how much money you was getting, how much subscribers you had. Now there was a lot of infighting. You guys know the Brother Pill podcast. Now there was a big falling out between the big three. At one point, everybody of the big three were beefing and doing diss videos back and forth. And I just began to, record the action and provide my commentary. But Kevin Samuels began to grow, and then you can obviously see that they were frustrated with the financial support that they claimed that they weren't getting from the brothers in the space, even though the brothers in the space were financing their lifestyle, because these dudes claimed to be doing this full time and didn't have a job and were counting on the brothers to financial support them. But I don't know exactly what their financial situation was. No, there was times where Obsidian sent out emails about paying a light bill. Steve the Dean disclosed that he had to loan Kevin Samuels $300 to fix a cell phone, and it took a while for Kevin Samuels to pay that cell phone. And then at some point, Kevin Samuels, he flipped to becoming a dating coach for UBWs out there. From that point, he blew up. He became a millionaire, and since he blew up and became his own comedy within the YouTube algorithm, people were able to ride his wave and do reaction videos, and they were able to build up their channels, get monetization, get placed in the place that was more favored in the algorithm, get more views, get more ads and clicks for their videos, which brought them a whole lot of revenue. So it seemed like everybody was winning. Then of course the haters came out. Kevin Samuels got docs, and court papers came out that basically proved that what Kevin Samuels was claiming to be a man who was able in position to take care of a family, and then it turned out that his wife was the breadwinner of the family, and maybe Kevin Samuels wasn't that dude who he claimed to be, and the defense force stepped in and defended him. Then the whole child support thing came out, and then Kevin Samuels' arrest record came out, and then Kevin Samuels' yearbook pictures came out, and then Kevin Samuels did that interview on Vlad TV where he admitted that, he didn't graduate college, even though he told the whole Black Manosphere he graduated college. So a lot of people who were looking at it from an objective position, and even some of those who were hating on Kevin Samuels, they had the critique for Kevin Samuels that, hey, you said you did this, and you did that. And it appears as though from the documents that we have that there's a lot of inconsistencies in your story, but you're putting this facade together, which is allowing you to collect donations from these gullible individuals that's putting you in a different stratosphere financially. So that was a big contention point between the Kevin Samuels haters and the Kevin Samuels supporters. But at the end of the day, I can't take away from the hard work that Kevin Samuels did. Having a YouTube channel go from 10,000 subscribers when he first came in, all the way up to 1 million subscribers, 1 million plus after he died. I can't take away from all the hard work he did with his own production level and how he was able to put together a high quality streams on a 9 in, 9 out basis, considering where he was. I can't take away from Kevin Samuels that he was able to go out in the real world and take criticism and go to other people's platforms and take that leap of faith to invest in his own brand. And more importantly, I can't take away from the success that Kevin Samuels had, and I can't take away from the people that Kevin Samuels did help, whether it be relationship advice, career advice, the consultations he gave, because I understand there was a lot of people in the community who was devoid of mentorship, who was devoid of leadership, people who were devoid of fathers in their lives, or just masculine energy. And Kevin Samuels, through his YouTube channel, Instagram, or his social media platforms, he was able to reach a whole lot of people and impact a whole lot of lives. And I would like to thank Kevin Samuels for doing that, because if he didn't, there would be a whole lot of Negroes in trouble. So Kevin Samuels, I wish he was still here. No, I still don't believe that you passed away. I thought it was a hoax this whole time, but Kevin Samuels bit the big one. He ain't coming back. So Kevin Samuels, the Grandmaster Troll, I can't do nothing but give you a salute. Even though you was hard on those BWs, I tried to tell you, be nicer to them BWs, because the narrative they was going to use against you is the narrative they're using now in your death, and it does diminish from a little bit of the work that you did. But those who saw you come in this space back from day one, we know the hard work that you put in, and we know the intentions that you had for the space, and black people were good, and they need to thank you at least for that. But we gotta talk about Dennis Sperling. I touched on it earlier. Can Dennis Sperling be the next heir? There has to be somebody who could fill the void for a Kevin Samuels. I mean, Kevin Samuels was having 10,000, 20,000 plus people watch him on a night in and night out basis across multiple platforms. Not just YouTube, but Instagram, he was killing it. And even on Facebook, Kevin Samuels was killing it. And I'm looking at the landscape of black YouTube. I'm watching all these live streams. A lot of people's numbers are going through the roof. But I saw Dennis Sperling. He had the record, 2,000 plus live viewers. He's a spokesperson for the Kevin Samuels estate. He's got the law degree, he's got the money, he's got the law firm, he's got the resources, he's got the support of the brother. He raps. He got a so-called biracial, brown to light skin BW. But does he have the charisma? Can he put together top level video production? Can he upgrade his studio? Can he step in and be the king of the Black Manosphere and take it to a new level? He was selected to meet Kevin Samuels along with the lead attorney and MTR, mediocre tutorial reviews. And I'm going to be interested to see if Dennis Sperling could step in and fill that void. Because I don't think anybody from 2.0 could step in to fill that void. Because when they were on top, we saw what happened. So I don't think nobody from that era could step in. So it's going to have to be somebody new. And Dennis Sperling, he's going to get the first crack at it to see if he could put something together. It's going to be hard because not only Not only does he have a tough task in representing the family and running his platform and all the things he got in his personal life, he's also going to be looking at the face of the gynocracy, those who hated Kevin Samuels. They're going to turn on you, Dennis Sperling. Because one, you said you was going to sue him for defamation. But two, there's nobody else to go after. The gynocracy is celebrating that Kevin Samuels has been canceled. There won't be no more Kevin Samuels live streams no more. There won't be no horns in the salute. There won't be no more whip sounds. There won't be no more Good Lies theme song. There won't be no more I'm the king, I'm the king. There won't be no more kiss the ring trick. There won't be no more I'm a PhD sound clips. Kevin Samuels is canceled. The gynocracy got what they wanted. Somebody has to step in and be the king, and Dennis Sperling, I'm looking at the manosphere. I think you have the biggest opportunity in front of you to do it. Will you do it? I don't know. But I'm getting ready to get out of here. It's getting late. It's your boy, GMT, the Grandmaster Troll. Will I be live again tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but peace. Have a good night. And remember, stop inviting them women over your apartment, having them one night stands, drinking Red Bulls and Viagra, cocaine and fentanyl. Because you could be at the top of your game, and at the next moment, your TV gets turned